In this video, I'm gonna reveal a century-old side hustle that none of you guys are probably thinking about that could generate you enormous profits that I personally have been doing full-time for the past 7 years. And that side hustle is buying and selling sports cards. Not sports cars, sports cards. C-A-R-D-S. Now, probably a couple of you guys are thinking to yourself, that I thought sports cards were dead a long time ago. I thought that's just the thing you put between your bicycles and you throw them around, kind of like a frisbee. That used to be the case. Not anymore. Sports cards are probably bigger than you can ever imagine. It really started to make a turn in about 2010, 2011. These sports cards started to get really, really popular. And just to kind of illustrate how big the sports card market really is, so back in 2017, a Tom Brady rookie card in perfect condition was worth about $85,000. Yes, $85,000. Fast forward to 2022, it sold for $750,000. To give you another example, a LeBron James refractor Topps Chrome, one of his main rookie cards, graded a 10 in perfect condition, was worth about $5,000 in 2017. Fast forward to 2022, it was worth $30,000. So it is a huge, massive market that is just, you guys are probably just absolutely beside yourself right now thinking, I can't believe sports cards are worth that much money. And me too, I've been doing this for 7 years and I still can't believe the value on some of these sports cards. Now, a couple of the questions you probably are asking yourself is, why did the industry grow so much? And can I buy and sell sports cards? And where do I find them? And I'm sure a lot of you guys have a bunch of questions. And any questions you have, feel free to comment. Now, just to answer a couple of these questions, so the sports card market died in the 90s from mass overproduction. They were basically just making the same card way too many times, and it just absolutely killed the value of sports cards. Fast forward into the early 2000s, into 2010, 2011, these companies got smart. The two big companies that make sports cards are Panini and Topps. Topps has the license to make baseball cards. Panini has the license to make NHL, NFL, and MLB cards, okay? So these are the two big companies that make sports cards. And they got smart about it when they got these licenses and started to make different types of cards, different types of variations, some with patches, some with autographs, some with different colors. And this variation and diversity really helped the sports card market, really helped pick it up to where it is today. Now, the crazy thing about sports cards, and this is, I'm gonna say this and you guys are gonna be like, I probably don't even believe you. Okay, I'm gonna say it anyways. The reason sports cards are so big is because there are guys out there that are 18, 19, 20 years old, rookies, first round picks, minor league prospects, and they have cards out there that are worth $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000, okay? Just to give you an example, I have a friend that actually owns the card, Marcelo Meyer, who is a prospect who I believe is 19 years old for the Boston Red Sox. He has never played a professional league game. He has a card out there that's sold for $150,000. And he has multiple cards out there that are worth $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. And you're probably saying to yourself, that sounds ridiculous. Who would ever pay that much money for a guy that's never played a major league game? And you're right, it's crazy. But it's an investment, right? Just like anything else in life. You think about it like this. Silicon Valley invests millions or sometimes hundreds of millions into startups, companies that don't even exist yet, that have never made a sale and don't even have a product yet, okay? Sports cards, similar concept, right? You're buying the upside. Now, the thing with sports cards is most players do end up failing. It's just the nature of sports, right? Usually there's just too much hype surrounding a certain player or a certain draft class. Just think about it, right? Look back at all the draft classes and all the guys going back 5, 6, 7 years ago. Probably a lot of these guys you may have never heard of. Just to give you an NBA example, the 2013 NBA draft, 30 first-round picks, there's one superstar, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's it. CJ McCollum was also drafted. He's pretty good, but that's really it. So you're probably asking yourself, how do you make money in sports cards? And I'll kind of give you the general synopsis. So the best way to make money in sports cards, the most consistent, predictable way to make money is through grading a sports card. Now, what grading a sports card is, it's basically you buy a card, you send it into a company to get graded, and they grade it based on its cleanliness, the quality of the card, how clean it is, the corners, the edges, the centering, the surface, the autograph. Those are the 5 main pieces of criteria. Now, what companies are qualified to grade cards? So during the pandemic, a lot of different types of grading companies popped up, but the biggest main grading company is called PSA, and then second behind it is another company called Beckett. These are the two main grading companies. Now, how I've made money in sports cards, once again, just to give you a general kind of point of view or a general like overview of the industry, is through I've made money through grading sports cards. So a lot of these cards I sent to PSA, and kind of how it works is like this. You could buy a card for, let's say, $500 of a prospect or a first round pick. It depends, there's a lot that goes into it. Certain cards are liquid and good, certain aren't as good. But once you kind of figure it out, you can buy a card for $500, and if it grades a 10, and the way it's going to grade a 10 is if the corners, edges, centering, surface are all in good condition, it could double to triple in value. That's the beautiful thing about sports cards. It's the only business on this planet you can literally take an asset and double or triple the value of it within a couple weeks. It's pretty crazy. Now, if you're good at grading sports cards, you can grade cards successfully. Personally, I grade a 10 about 70% of the time, right? When it doesn't grade out for me and it grades a 9, I lose about 5 to 10%. But when it grades a 10 for me, I'll make about double to triple my money. That's kind of the general overview of how at least I make money in sports cards. Everybody has a different way. Everybody has a different avenue. Some people just flip cards, just find cheap ones and buy them. Some invest long-term in players. I don't do that. I grade sports cards. It's the best way I've found to make money in sports cards. And the last thing I'll say about sports cards, just to kind of shock you guys and to give you guys something you can actually look at after this video, go on Facebook, go on eBay, go on Instagram, go on Twitter and type in sports cards. Here, better yet, go on Facebook and type in sports cards and look at a Facebook group. You will be shocked to how many people are in these groups and how big these cards are being sold are. Like, there are cards out there every day in these Facebook groups that are being listed for $5, $10, $15, $20,000. Like, here's an example of one. I'll show you just a quick screenshot. This is every day. Instagram, same thing. This market is bigger than you could ever imagine. Go on eBay and type in sports cards and go to highest listed. You'll see some of the names you'll recognize, guys like Mike Trout, Zion Williamson, Luka Doncic, some of these guys that sell for a lot of money. But there are cards on eBay that are worth millions of dollars. And this is what they're worth. It's crazy how big the sports card market has really become, and it's only continuing to go up. This company called Fanatics, that company that makes the jerseys that you might be familiar with, they bought the company Topps. So they bought Topps, and they bought the licensing for all 4 major main sports in America. So in 2026, they're gonna have the rights to produce these cards, and they've spent billions of dollars getting this licensing and buying these companies to have the right to do this. So ask yourself, if a company like Fanatics and the owners, the Philadelphia Eagles owner, Michael Rubin, if he believes in sports cards and invested billions, the market's probably only going to continue to go up, right? It's only going up with sports gambling and how really big sports are getting. Sports are just becoming bigger than ever with, social media, and these high school guys getting really popular and these college guys getting these huge NIL deals. So sports cards just continuing to go up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just a quick overview on the sports card market, kind of how it works, and really how big it is. Just hopefully this video shocked a couple of you, and hopefully this video gets a couple of you guys into sports cards. Well, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you have any questions, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed. More videos coming about my journey in sports cards and business over the past 7 years. My sole purpose of this YouTube channel is to just give you guys as much value and help as much people make as much money as possible. That's really my goal in life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.